Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to Let's Play Blind Grandia 2. I'm the Black Shadow, and last time we have finally taken the fight straight to Valmar itself. All looking pretty bleak, but courtesy to winning some kind of test or something like that. Thanks to Ryudo, we have now finally got hold of our very own Granasaber, and we are now on a path, folks, to finally take on Valmar / Zera himself and bring an end to the Day of Darkness, folks. So, we've now arrived inside the new Valmar itself. Please ignore those later saves, because, obviously you guys know there's a bit of catching up going on here. But we are now inside of the new Valmar, and we are making our way to the final battle. Now, as far as the last video was concerned, obviously this is slightly all running along its own little path, folks. Some of you guys may have noticed last video there may have been a bit of desync involved. Even though I sort of re-recorded it, it is a problem I'm still trying to work out where exactly it's coming from. I have a rough idea, but basically me recording this video will probably tell me what the issue is, and so hopefully there are ways for me to get around it and try and keep it to a minimum. Might involve a bit more editing on my end, but that's just a price I have to pay. And so we are working on it, folks, to try and make it, well, try and work with it for now, so that by the time we get to the end of the LP, moving on obviously to the next LPs of Resident Evil CVX and X-Files, that hopefully things will be sort of fixed by then with any luck, but we'll have to see how things go. But anyways, let us continue. Now loading. I could have edited this out, but sod it. Alright then, folks. Welcome to the new Valmar. It is gotta be probably one of the... Well, I say one of it. It's probably the biggest freaking dungeon, probably of the game. One of the biggest. It's luckily not as complicated as the one we went before, but then rather fortunately, I sort of, I've already gone through that, so I knew roughly what the heck I was doing. Oh, and for the record as well, those Dragon Knights, yeah, they're kind of weak to Earth magic as well. Just point that one out. We got a new enemy here as well. The, I believe Evil Maneuvers, I think they're called. It's ridiculous, folks. I actually know what it is now. Thank you, game, for having made me do this so many times now. Ugh. I can't even act surprised anymore is the worst part. But, yeah, generally any enemy that's got like the 3 bells has a good possibility that it will drop an all-round seed. So, that's pretty cool. And I don't want you using that, you son of a bitch. Stop that. So we use Tremor on these guys, which hopefully will deal with the Dragon Knights. I forget exactly what the Evil Maneuvers are weak to. Are they weak to Earth as well? I don't remember.
Black.
This will tell you. If the number comes up like a really bright... Yeah, they're weak to Earth as well. Oh, goodness me. Sorry for that hiccup. Yeah, you do notice, folks, when damage is done, if it's like a brighter white number, like bigger, it means to speak to it. Whereas if it's like a smaller number... Oh, wait. Well, fire was pretty effective as well. Oh, goodness me. Well, that was just some pretty painful magic, really, generally speaking. Get that right. Good job. Hit it. There we are. Goodbye.
These guys were no real challenge.
You really shouldn't do that to the Granasaber, folks. That if you blunt that, that's not really good. I see the Psyche, interestingly, not all around seed, which I find kind of slightly cheating. But I suppose I'm gonna have to just look past it. Well, it's free magic defense anyways, which is going to go to Tio. She's dealing enough magic, so she might as well have the magic defense. Folks, you know that bit I just said about dragon winds being weak to Earth? I think I might have lied a little bit, actually. It looks like they might actually be weak to wind, actually. I can't remember now. I know a lot of the later enemies. I just can't remember the Dragon Knights. They've just... It's escaped me what they're weak to. I'll find out in the next fight, but I think it's wind, actually. Ryudo just used a house spell and did like 1,000 damage on everything, so... You know. Sorry about that. Scarlet Potion, Gold Feather, and a Loving Ribbon. Which is actually a piece of equipment. The ribbons. Holy Crown's pretty good. The Loving Ribbon has a regen effect on it, which is pretty cool. I'm happy to lose that for the extra defense, the confusion resistance, the extra defense, and the HP restoration, which is pretty darn good. I'm not playing about that. And that reminds me, folks, something I must do, because we're getting loads of these, wherever they are. These feathers. I really need to see what the heck they actually do in combat, because I've never actually used one. And it would probably do me a favour in seeing what exactly they do. I need to use one in combat. I tell you what, the next, because I don't even, I've never used it at all, so I'll tell you what I'll do, when we next get into a fight with an enemy that we haven't fought yet, which will be soon, remind me to use that. Well, don't actually, you can't remind me, but you get the idea. I need to do that. Just for my own sakes as well. This is an optional area. Yeah, not much there, you know. As usually, there's like, you tend to find, is it like an item, or even occasionally the path continues onwards, but, yeah, I'll highlight all these little optional bits as and when we get there, folks. Seeing as I basically know all of them by heart, I'm so glad I've not really fought the final boss / bosses yet, because I don't know, there might well be more than one. The one I've fought, I don't know, maybe think there was more than that. Now you're going to get to these areas again, where you've got like these variety of things that can open. Some are doorways, some are reveal enemies, all sorts of stuff. So you want to open up all these and get into a million fights. Deals with all those guys. I think they're all open. New weapon here, the Dirk, which is for Thingy, King Rowan. Gladius, which should be a pretty high-ranking weapon. The Dirk, a large dagger. Wow. Well, except not wow. It's just got an extra 15 attack, which is pretty good. Something I need to ask. Anyone here who's ever played this game, please, please, please answer this. I'm not too worried about whether you let me know or not. It's so far, so near the end of the game. I might never get a chance to find this out. Where it says here, like one ally, and wow. Is it like some other RPGs I've played where you can actually use like an item in combat and it can have like effects like, a bit like Final Fantasy 6, you know, you have like your fire staffs, your ice staffs, which you can actually use as an item in battle and it casts like really powerful magic. Is this sort of the same idea? Because I don't actually have any weapons anywhere where I can actually find this out, which is really annoying. I mean, yeah, alright, the Guardian staff does, although I can't exactly do much of that now. I don't have a better staff yet, so... I think that's the way we came in, so this is the route that's the optional route. Side route. What do you want to call it? Either way, more mutant trees. I suppose the only problem with fighting those damn trees, they don't ever drop any magic coins, which I'm still after, folks. I'm still trying. I really want to desperately upgrade the Dragon Head, but as you can see, not many magic coins come my way so far. So we'll have to see how we go with that. And yeah, folks, something that I didn't really ever get to do well, I never got to show you in the Birthplace of the Gods. Mini bosses! You ran into about 2 or 3 rooms with little mini bosses, so yeah. You finally get to see one! Hold on. Here we are, folks. It's the Valmar Magma with his moth friends, and these moths are quite annoying. We'll be taking these enemies on later as their own actual battle. Well, well, because it's a common enemy, but the Magners are still kind of not all that, they keep appearing, so, yeah. Yeah, why not? Actually, no, don't use it, actually. Let's electrocute the bastards. That sounds like an idea. Yeah, the moths are really quick. The ATB gauge for them very fast, and they move around at some speed as well. So, trying to hit a lot of area effect attacks when there's lots of those are around. It's not easy by any stretch, but it's certainly doable. Just requires a bit of good judgment. Yeah, lightning's a good way to go against the moths as well. Wind actually is not a bad idea. But I suppose good old dependable massive explosions also work as well. Naturally.
Here goes.
As well as, you know, a bit of double chakra action always works too. Thanks for that. Oh no! Oh no, it's a disaster! I've kicked it away from the mob so it doesn't hit them. Oh, that's a disaster. Oh, did I really do that, folks? My goodness, that's embarrassing. Oh, Shadow. Ow! Yeah, everything just generally hurts now. If something hits you, it's going to hit you for some damage. Generally speaking, which kind of sucks. How much damage does it do, actually? I wonder. I never figured out if these guys are weak to anything. Well, the only annoying thing is that they might well be weak to some elements. That seemed pretty effective. But there's only one element that I don't really have any regular access to, and that is ice, unfortunately. The only thing I've got ice-wise is actually the ice prism, which is kind of like... it's almost like Rowan's own version of crack. It's got the crackle bit to it, and then he just sort of smashes it around, thinks that he's like Shiva or something. Rowan Shiva, my goodness sakes. Yeah, just generally kick his ass, and I suppose shoving a giant rock at him is always a good way to go.
Yellow.
What's yellow? The sign? But it sure as hell ain't that rock. And it sure as hell ain't that one either. That's red. Very, very big red. Yeah, just I don't quite know how we're going to get that inside Valmar. Maybe we shouldn't go there. Yeah. Let's not. Ow. Jerk. You pay for that.
Stuff of nightmare.
Oh, look at those hits go. Whew, 60 hits. I know it doesn't actually have any effect at all on the damage dealt, but that's still cool. 60 hits. Goodbye. Stupid magnet piece of crap. Didn't even get to use its attempt to use its boring attack. That's how dull it is. Didn't even get to use that. It just sucks. Anyways, let us move on. Meanwhile, Valmar's having the hell beaten out of it. Has his heads come off? And are we now in outer space? Come on, I mean, goodness sakes. Sorry, folks, just do it. I've just still got my I'm still checking for the desync just in case it's. I don't think it is. It's kind of hard to tell though. I'll tell you actually what I'm gonna do quickly. Is, well, not the book. It's Dragon Egg. We'll just have to play around with this quickly, see what we can't muster with this. It would be really cool to get this up all the way, because like I said, I've got access to all like the ice. I've got access to everything, so. See, look there. There's Baboom, Meteor, Dad Zap, Dragon Zap, Crackling. I mean, it's all there, folks. And I tell you, actually, with that as it is, I mean, as it stands, that's not too bad. We're getting there, folks. Looking pretty good. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that one, folks. Yeah, all that was just me literally just putting a break in the video, just so, you know, if there is any desync occurring in this video, which I kind of hope there isn't, but I wouldn't surprise me if there's a little bit. That should at least help sort of settle things down a bit, resets everything, makes things a lot easier to work with, folks. So sorry about that. That's what happens when you try and drink too much too quickly after just having eaten dinner. Not ideal. Okay then, so let us, well, let's continue. Alright then, so we'll proceed onwards to, well, this little area which will look a lot more complicated than it actually kind of is. It's kind of like this for a reason. You guys will see it in a while. Let's save the game quickly. That one, I think, is the next one. I'm having to make sure I save carefully now because of all the issues that have been arising. I don't want to lose any more freaking data, goodness sakes. They got 2 directions you can go here, folks. You can go left or you can go right. We're going to go left first. Might be the slightly slower, actually, if you think about it, but I don't really care. Because this will take us to this area, folks. We'll run across a couple of areas like this, folks. There's like a load of eggs. Pretty bad stuff, you know. And you see some of these like are kind of glowing, and holy crap, would you believe it? It's like an ambush. Not a great ambush, mind you, though. You get taken a few of these guys. Yeah, it's our moths again, which again, these guys, they're not so bad. Like I said, there's 2 ways of dealing with them. You can use thunder on them, but wind's also not too bad. If memory serves me correctly, I'll probably find they're immune to it now. Well, not that great, actually. I stand slightly corrected. Where's everything going? That's going to me. That one. If this hits all of them, this is an amazing piece of guessing. Because you have to. It's the problem with this is trying to predict where everything's going. Please let it hit everything, and I'll be so proud. Yes, it's getting every single one of them. Good work, Shadow. Trying to guess where they're all going to go sometimes, and they go at a mighty speed. It's not easy by any stretch. Hit it. 1. Well, they tried desperately to hit it, but it didn't work too well. Deal with that one and this one. Those things actually, they do have half a habit of dodging your attacks, but they're not so bad. They're not so bad. They give you more magic coins, but unfortunately they won't. And what you'll find as well when we get into these areas is there are like several of these eggs around, and usually there's some enemies crawling around as well. What I'm going to do in the future is I'm just going to, well, from now actually, I'm just going to clear out all the enemies here just to carry on, because there's never any items in amongst the eggs themselves. So, 2 secs. Yeah, that deals with all those. Sorry about the mic movement there. That was a bit late in the headset, unfortunately. So now, if we continue on through the egg area, enter another one of these little small chambers. Yeah, it is really warm in here, actually. Been a weird sort of day here today in Milton Keynes. It was not too bad for like a middle of spring, and then suddenly throughout the course of the day, the temperature just jumped about 9-10 degrees almost. And the fact I've been doing a bit of grilling in here as well. It's got really hot in here really quickly. Anyways, holy sword armor. Oh yes, folks, very nice. And that pretty good defense, 75, and raise the power of moves, which is something that Ryudo obviously, well, seemingly does not actually have at the moment. So he's getting hold of that because he uses moves a bit. And as for the health bit, I might actually give it to Rowan thinking about it, because he's not really using his moves much. Sadly, because he doesn't actually have any attack multiple enemy moves to him. They're all single attack, bar one that helps all the allies. And actually, the HP bonus is quite handy. Especially considering that he's got very high resistance to just about everything. So, you know, that should make him pretty tough to take out. That was a long route, wasn't it? Got dark. Okay then, so we'll proceed back onwards through. That's as far as you can actually go during that route. For now. So, might as well recover. Stay down the right route this time instead. Get up here first. Got ourselves another Phoenix down. Yomi's Elixir. Whatever you want to call it. Come on, folks. It wouldn't be a true BS Sync RPG if I didn't interject Final Fantasy terms here, there, and everywhere. I mean, come on. Another one of these little bits of opening everything where possible. Press that one. Press that one. No, I wasn't quick enough on that one. I'm about to piss off a lot of enemies, folks. Eventually, yeah, they're kind of on their way. 2 seconds! Oh no, not 2 seconds, because there's a new enemy! Forget these ones, I've got new enemies here. The Mind Eaters, folks. These guys are, well, their special attacks really hurt, but other than that, they're not too bad. We'll deal with these guys first with the Tremor, or at least attempt to do the Tremor. Then I have to remember what the Mind Eaters are weak to, because I can't think off the top of my head.
You cannot get away with that!
Well, they're not weak to Earth, that's for sure. I forget what they're weak to. Is it lightning? I don't know. But what I am going to do as well, while we're here... What the heck does this item do? If it does what I think it does, I'm giving it to Rowan.
How about this?
Though, to be fair, if it does what I think it does, I should have given it to Ryudo, actually, thinking about it. Okay, they're not weak to lightning either. Actually, they're resistant to lightning, wind.
Please, take this.
I thought that's what it did. It brought its commands forward, so that's pretty handy. Fire? I think it might be lightning, actually, thinking about it. I can't remember off the top of my head. Those things might well be weak to Earth as well, actually, thinking about fire as well, even maneuvers. Oh, this is going to hurt. Ah! Instant paralysis on Tio. Why not, you bastard?
Gotta work even harder.
But you see how Rowan took very little damage. That's just because of all the resistances and defenses that he's got. I've been along with that. Paralyzed Tio. What an arse. 2 seconds. Well, actually, fire doesn't seem too bad against those Mind Eaters, actually. Although, they do have this really annoying attack. Well, I just used these. I got a few bits. They have this really annoying attack where they can actually... It's called Mana Capture. It's like an MP attack. It's almost like Osmos. I'm sure that's how it's pronounced. From Final Fantasy, you know, it's like an MP attack. It drains your MP. About 20 to 30, something like that. Yeah, I'll give it to Elena. Hey! She's actually got a max of 4,000 HP. That wasn't even deliberate. Don't see that very often. Got a War Helm! Yes, very nice. Where is Guan Yu when you need him? But, what does it do? Well, basically, a lot of defense. Reduces IP slowing as well, which is kind of handy. Except I kind of prefer that it has, it's not magic block, folks. I'm sure that's the move block resistance. Not magic block. I'm sure that is that's a typo. I'm sure it is. I haven't looked in the book recently, but I'm pretty sure it is. But I might well give this to Rowan. More defense, even more defense. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Rowan. Another little side area here. to get hold of... Ooh, look at that! 9,000 gold! Like I've got any use for that. And, yeah, folks, another, Wait, hold on a sec, this isn't right. Is there a path I've missed? Hold on a second, this is the way we came in, wasn't it? That's the way we came in. I swear I've missed something. This path, unless this is the path I need to take? Oh, no, it's not. Ah, there we are. Yeah, there always seems to be 3 paths, folks, and so I thought something wasn't right. There's something there for you, folks. The indigo potion. I forget what that does. Wherever it is. Here we are. Oh, restores all MP. That's the one. Pretty handy in a pinch, folks. And I think I might be able to make some use of those a little later on. But yeah, just didn't think someone was right. There's always like the 3 paths that seem to branch off, so... Right, so we head along here. Yeah, folks, another egg area, and unfortunately there isn't much I can do. Just work my way through. There's about 4 or 5 fights here, folks, so I'll be a few minutes. I forget how quickly that you come out of battle sometimes. Right, that's all those guys defeated with. Defeated with? Great English, Shadow. If we head along here, it's all just one big straight line, by the way, folks. You get yourself the Yomi's Elixir. And yet another little shoot here. Don't really know what these are supposed to represent, but I kind of don't want to know. There is a little switch there, which, well, we could fuck around with. Well, I suppose you had better, hadn't we? There's nothing else to do. And what this will do is, as you can see, just moves around some of the scenery. There we are. Very nice. Very strange, folks. This looks rather mechanical for such an organic beast, don't you think? Well, there's a reason for this. Press this button here, and yeah, it lowers down to a staircase to the 3rd part of this area, folks. Just curious, where the heck does this go? Oh, that's where the God of War helm was. I had no idea where this went. I just got completely confused. Right, well, what we want to do before we head down that staircase, we want to head back on ourselves. Roll some old gold because, you know, why not? Find that save point wherever it's gone. Wherever it's gone. There it is. Recover. And before we leave, we want to do one little thing, folks. We want to do a bit of quick bit of backtracking, which is, I think, this one. You got the staircase there, yeah, and it's first one going anti-clockwise. I'm pretty sure it's this one, because this is the one that you find that you've got the or something like that. You've got the yeah, down there. That's where we picked up the holy sword armor, and you got this little bit here which you can now access. Getting up here, pick up a new weapon for Elena, folks. The Holy Ghost Staff. There's a holy staff inside Valmar, though, isn't there? 138, so an extra 20 attack. It's neither here nor there, I guess. Cuts MP consumption by 10%. Thanks for that. And then what we can do here as well is got this little switch here, which I suppose we had best activate. Which brings up absolutely everything here, including the enemies. And with all those guys dealt with, got ourselves Mystic Potion and a Scattering Stone. And Scattering Stones are always kind of handy, simply because we don't have any way of actually replicating that effect, the effect the Scattering Stone has at all. I mean, you know. And then you could do it back when, you know, with like when she went into her rage, but you know that was kind of before, you know, before she kind of, you know, yeah. So what we are going to do is I'm gonna power up the egg one last time quickly, much as we can. Get all these up to at least 3. Tell you what, folks, you may well be able to get some use out of this. Looking very, very good at the moment. Might not get them all maxed out, but that is none of my concern. But with that, folks, we're gonna just quickly upgrade that, and we're gonna save the game. And I'm gonna make sure I didn't have any items I needed to use, because I sometimes do. Nope, okay. Let's save the game. Is it that one? Yes, it is that one. I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. Save the game there, folks, and that is where we're going to call the end of the video. Next time, we will be proceeding even further into the bowels of the new Valmar, folks, and hopefully we might find ourselves a former pope who we can hopefully beat the shit out of. But we have to get there, folks. So thanks for watching. See you then.